Normal BS just won't do. Kaoticradio.com.
It is Monday morning, and it is also Life According to Lambo.
Hello. It is April 17th, 2017. That was some nice music to come into there, Rachel.
It was.
For a Monday morning, like you know how to start the week off, like just kind of calm, cool, and collected, huh?
Very mellow.
We're gonna ruin that for you right now. Actually,
wait, where's my coffee with Kahlua?
You need some coffee with Kahlua and some bourbon. Because shit's about to go down this morning on Life According to Lambo. As you know, you got your host here, Lambo. You've got me, your co-host, BEP. And across from the table here this morning, with his mic currently off, is Mr. Frank. Now,
I have it on.
We don't know.
It is off. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, we thought Frank had just been drinking again and pretending like he couldn't talk.
I'm drinking coffee this morning.
No beer?
No beer this morning.
No whiskey.
Taking it easy. Easter's, it's a rough holiday for me.
Easter.
He has risen. Indeed.
All right. Well, as you guys know, yesterday was Easter Sunday. Some shit went down this Easter. Some crazy shit, along with some I saw a bunch of crazy shit on Facebook only because I'm friends with this guy next to me here. What the fuck, man? I saw you posted like 10 things.
It wasn't crazy. I was asking fucking questions.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, so what it was I woke up and I had this one of my old friends had a status that said he is risen.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, I'm up too, LOL. And then after me, like 9 fucking people in a row, he has risen indeed. He has risen indeed. He has risen indeed. He has risen indeed. Like no variable whatsoever. So I just typed in there, is this the part where we continue to, we just repeat the same phrase so nobody gets confused or what's going on? You know what I mean?
You mean I just trolled the shit out of him?
No, I'm just asking because every year for 34 years of my life, it's he has risen. All right, what the fuck else is going on here? What else is he supposed to be doing? Like, what? He's getting up. What the fuck? Like, I get up every day. Nobody celebrates that.
Well, that's the celebration of the holiday, man. Traditionally, he died on the cross. 3 days later, he rose from the dead, right? And we're talking about him. We're talking about Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. Like, we spend all this money on holidays. Thanksgiving is like a crazy fucking holiday.
That's my favorite.
Man.
Oh, yeah, it's Indians' favorite, too. They love that. You know what I mean? It's disrespectful as fuck.
But we eat a lot of turkey. I know. I mean,
that's why I like it.
Yeah, and still a lot of land and shit. You know what I mean? It's all good.
But the meaning behind Easter, though, is... he died on the cross. He rose from the dead 3 days later. So this he is risen stuff is basically just people acknowledging that, man.
But did they see him rise?
Well, I mean, nobody saw him rise.
Then the lion bastard.
Thousands of years ago.
They're fake news. It's fake fucking news. I didn't see nobody rise. It almost sounds like they've been watching porn and it's like a 50 Shades of Grey type of line, like he has risen.
Wait a minute.
Like hump day? Is that what?
So because you didn't see it, you don't believe it?
No.
So you think seeing is believing?
That's where that phrase comes from.
Do you believe that you have microscopic skin cells right now?
Yeah, because I've seen them.
How have you seen them? Can you see them right now?
Under a microscope. Fucking dumbass.
But how do you know the microscope's not lying to you, man? What if those are just...
because it says microscope and everybody uses them. So I'm just going to go with what the masses say there. What-iffer.
So science, bitch.
Yeah,
science, bitch. Call Bill Nye.
No, but I had a pretty good Easter. We took the kids out Easter egg hunting or whatnot. And it was good. It was enjoyable for the kids. Like, I believe holidays are cool for the kids, but like grown-ups, like, get the fuck over it. Like, and why is it the brokest motherfuckers, and I don't say the poorest because you could still not have very much money and be very rich. So the poorest, or not the poorest, but the brokest motherfuckers ball out on the holidays.
What do you mean?
Oh man.
Have you seen? Look on your Facebook feed, and you notice the ones that are like, "Can't find a job. My job sucks. Economy sucks. Life sucks." Then on Easter, boy, it's bam. They got the biggest fucking baskets that they can find. My baby had a great fucking Easter. Poor and broke parents ball out on the holidays so they can get their kids to forget they're a piece of shit for one day out of the year.
Is that what it is? You think?
It has to be, because I don't know, like, rich fuckers do shit like that too, you know, but they do that every year, and they do it all the time. People that shower their kids with gifts, they do it all the time.
It's true. The broker you are, the bigger TV you have.
Yeah, or the bigger the holidays. Man. Like, I don't know how many times I'll be at somebody's house and their clothes are falling off their body. Yeah. Their fucking their house is falling down around them, and they're like, "Man, I gotta save up for Christmas. Got to get my baby this Xbox One for $5,000." Like, stupid. Like, people just stupid. Holidays fucking piss me off because of stupidity in society. Like Easter. Everybody's, going to church on Easter. Can't wait to praise for the Lord. Play Jesus. And only time they ever went to church is either on Christmas, or I don't even know if they have holidays, church on Christmas, because I don't go to church. But they go on Easter, Thanksgiving, all these fucking holidays, but don't go any other day. They want to be a Christian when everybody else is a Christian, and it's cool to be that. But when it's not, they don't want to be that.
See, now I feel guilty for not going to church. Thanks.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
If you went on Easter and you go on holidays and you don't go every other day, you're a fake motherfucker, and fuck you.
Fuck you.
Don't go to church on every day like every other day. Like, if you're going to be a non-active Christian every day, don't just be active during the holidays. Be non-active every day. Be who you are. Don't be fake. Like, I hate the people to go out and help feed the poor and then post about it on Facebook. "Oh, me and my baby, we out feeding the poor." Good for you. Yeah. Like, go feed them because you want to. Don't do it because you want recognition. Don't post about Easter and shit, and you don't even know what the fuck Easter's for. Like, a lot of people don't even, they're like, "Oh, thank God for Jesus, da 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 da," and they don't do one thing about it. I went out and spent like $200 yesterday on Easter shit, and my kids didn't learn not an iota about Jesus. Not one fucking, they don't even know his name, I guarantee you. Because I don't teach them, because I don't know anything about it, and it's wrong for me to try to teach them something that I'm uneducated about.
Man. I feel like kids will find their faith. Personally.
And they should.
Yeah.
They should. They should be able to dictate where they want to go. If my babies want to be Buddhist, then let them be Buddhist. They want to be monks, they can be monks. They want to be Muslim, they can be Muslim. If they want to be atheist, they can be atheist. I'm going to support them any way I can. But I'm not going to force it on them. I'm not going to force my beliefs on them, because I believe that's child abuse. And I'm going to let them do their own thing. But if they want to learn, they are going to have to go learn. I'm not going to teach them. I had Paulette actually commented on my status yesterday that said that it's my job to teach them. And I said, no. It's not my job to teach them if I don't know. I don't know anything about religion because I haven't delved into that, and I don't have the desire to learn. So for me to teach my children, if I'm trying to give my children my desires of not wanting to know about religion, I'm abusing those children.
Yeah, so how do you know you're a sinner unless you learn about religion? So you don't know. Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah,
we don't ask for forgiveness and for permission. You know,
we were talking about this a little bit yesterday, man. And here's the thing: we got on a long topic of discussion about this. To me,
the tip,
just the tip. To me, it's kind of like, man, it's in the eye of the beholder. I think everything's in the eye of the beholder. You know,
we had a big conversation about this.
Being a sinner. What you consider a sin to me is in the eye of the beholder. And what I mean by that is, like, you were taught right from wrong when you were a kid. You know what I mean? I was taught right from wrong. My parents did a pretty great job on making sure that I knew the difference. You know what I mean? As I think all parents most likely do. So therefore, if I get this feeling that something is wrong, then to me, I probably shouldn't do it, you know? And that's what I use as my guide to either being a good or bad person, and that's just me personally, you know.
Right, but that goes back to what we were saying about in the Middle East, where like Assad was killing these children, or Hitler was killing the Jews.
Right.
They believed what they were doing was correct. So who are you to say that they were wrong? Who are you to say that they are evil? They can say the same thing about you. So that's where I'm trying to say.
Well, because I was taught that it's inhumane and it's pretty objectionable to fucking just kill people. You know what I mean?
I know that you were taught that. But who's to say that you were taught the right things? You see what I'm getting?
Society, I would assume.
society kills everybody every day.
No, this is true.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it's, I don't know. I guess that's kind of where it delves into the whole it's in the eye of the beholder thing for me. Like,
but that's where we need to take it out of the eye of the beholder, and we need to put it up in black and white. That's the whole premise of my being, is that we can't just go off of, well, the greater good will prevail and the evil will fucking fail and blah, 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 blah. People need to know what's going on. So you need to say, look, you can't be gassing fucking children and doing genocide. It's right there.
Wrong.
It's right here.
Yeah,
it's not in the eye of the beholder. It's not this religion says it's bad, this religion says it's good. It's right fucking here. So if you do this, you die. Easy as that. That takes any of the confusion away. That's why I don't sugarcoat things, because when you sugarcoat things, it leads to confusion.
do you feel like that's what we did over there? Do you think we kind of basically swung our dick and was like, hey, don't do that. That's wrong. Fuck you. We're going to come and swing our dick at you if you do.
They've done it they've done it a couple times, and
I just want to know where this fake video came from.
Which one?
The one where they're saying that Syria was staged. They had the pictures of the people running, laying on the ground after the car exploded, and then they had the people that were laying down dead, looking up, smiling, and then laying back down.
Man, here's the thing, dude. Every fucking tragedy that happens, there's some videos that come out claiming it didn't fucking happen.
I know we weren't going to get on this right now.
No, we weren't getting into this on this show.
We're gonna do it right now, real quick.
We got to ruin Rachel's morning.
The Facebook Live video was Stevie Steves or whatever the fuck his name is. I believe that's 100% fake, and I'm going to tell you why. And unless because I haven't researched it too much, I'm just going off of what I see. If it is real, then I apologize to the victims' families for your loss. But I believe it's fake because the old man picked up the bag and it barely had anything in it. Can't even tell what was in it. And it looked like his other hand went up and hit the bottom of the bag. And then when as he fell down or whatnot, and then when you scan back through, you see a big long trail of almost ketchup looking stuff. Doesn't even look like blood. And it follows the whole trail of the bag and it lands right underneath the bag. The bag lands on the man's face. It's just too coincidental
that poor old man's family already came out in the media and was talking about their father.
The media never lies.
Oh, come on, man.
Does the media ever lie?
The media lies, but
does the media ever?
I don't think that they're fucking lying.
Have they done fake
haven't got
stories
this
before?
fucking 10 people of this guy's family to
10
lie.
10 people? They can't get 10 people to lie?
Well,
they got a whole community to lie about a fucking mass shooting. They can't get 10 fucking people?
That's like the Sandy Hook shit. Like, come on, man. That shit happened, dude. People lost their lives. It's unfortunate. And it's honestly, it's kind of unfortunate that people don't believe it.
Did you see any of the funerals?
Huh?
Did you see the funerals?
Those are like the Holocaust deniers. I didn't see any Holocaust fucking funerals either. But
you see the pictures of the dead bodies?
Well, yeah. 10 people of this guy's family.
Some reverb.
People to lie.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Hello. How we doing?
We're in the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix.
So, well, my question is, did you see any of the coverage of the funerals of these people from Sandy Hook?
Funerals.
I didn't ask any in depth. I just asked a yes or no question. Did you see the footage of the funerals?
No, because I don't believe anybody should be videotaping at a funeral.
They videotape some of the 9/11 victims. They videotaped a lot of tragedies. Some of the Columbine shootings they did. It's just very coincidental that they didn't do any extra coverage after the fact of the Sandy Hook, after they were saying that it's a conspiracy and it was fake. But every other tragedy, they've always covered the funerals of certain victims. There's always a star victim that comes out in some tragedy, like, oh, the teacher was a hero and saved 4 children. They'll go to her funeral. Go back to any tragedy and research this. Almost 50% of the time, if not a little bit more, they have coverage of the funerals. I'm just saying it's a little odd that they didn't. Because, and if you look back, there's been, I don't know how true it is with the stories of the people that they see that they've been in, like the actors been in like 3 different ones. I see that all the time. I don't research that. I just don't believe that this Facebook Live, that this certain one is real.
Fuck, you know what? Fuck misinformation, man.
It's out there everywhere.
Yeah, the trust in not only like government, trust in people, trust in the news is at all-time low. And I don't know what it's going to take to change that, but it's just pushing people away. You don't trust your neighbor, you don't trust someone who's trying to help you,
right. Because
it's like, what the fuck's going on? Because
everything's camouflaged, everybody's confused because everybody wants to be politically correct. Like
everybody has a narrative.
Yeah,
like if you were gay. And
I'm not gay.
Let's just say you were, and your boyfriend.
You had to take those glasses off.
And your boyfriend had AIDS.
Look me in the eye when you tell me you're not gay.
And your boyfriend had AIDS.
Do I still look gay?
It's not politically correct for me to say, well, if you don't stop sucking dick pretty soon, you're going to get AIDS. That would be offensive in the public view, would it not?
The delivery's a little over the top.
You can get AIDS from sucking dick? What the fuck?
Yeah, you get a cut in your mouth.
Frank's like, I'm fucked.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You ain't gay.
Rachel, help me
You don't
out
have
here.
to be gay. Just you're not only gay if you take it in the ass. You take it in the mouth, you're gay too. You know what I mean? But if I said, hey, if you don't quit taking it up the ass or sucking dick, you're gonna die of AIDS.
It's the day after Easter. Oh man, slow down.
Well, I'm trying to explain how I think of things because I turn into the bad guy a lot. I got a lot of people that are like, well, you're just fucking rude and disrespectful. No, that is not the case.
You can be.
I am one of the most respectful people that you will ever meet because I believe that everybody deserves respect as soon as you meet them until they deserve not to be respected. And I just don't believe in confusing you. If I'd be like, hey, if you could quit being with men, you would not get AIDS. And then you would say, well, what do you mean I can't be around my friends? I don't fuck every guy that I see. Blah, 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 blah.
And he does.
And it would turn into that. But if I just said, hey, you quit taking it up the ass and sucking dick, you won't get AIDS. There's no confusion at that point. It doesn't mean
I'm leaving the show.
You know what I mean? It doesn't, because if I said if you stop laying with men, you blah 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 blah. Oh well, he means I fuck everybody. Blah blah. They just hear what they want.
So you're saying that when you deliver it with a soft approach, the point doesn't get across.
There's room for misinterpretation.
Yeah. But if you're blunt to say stop sucking dick, motherfucker,
you can't deny that. You can't. Well, what does he mean? Does he mean if I have a little bit? No. Quit sucking dick. Quit taking it up the ass. You won't get AIDS. Easy as that. Wow. There's no confusion. But if I did say if you stop laying with men, you won't get AIDS. Then you could be like, well, what if I use a condom? What if I do this? What if I do? No. Don't put a dick in your ass with or without a condom. Don't put a dick in your mouth with or without a condom. You won't get AIDS. You'll be good to go.
Well, just for everybody that went to church yesterday and was feeling
and doesn't go any other day.
Yeah. Welcome to Live According to Lambo. If you're just now tuning in, we've been talking about all kinds of shit this morning. We get off topic a lot in here. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that.
It's way off topic.
We're over here talking about sucking dick the day after Easter. How do we even get on
$20
this conversation?
is $20.
20.
I gotta buy those fucking peeps somehow, bro.
Jesus.
But going back to misinformation, that shit's been happening for a really long time.
Yeah.
I was just looking yesterday because of all your trolling on Facebook.
I don't troll. I just speak the truth.
Bullshit.
I ask questions.
You just trolled me, bro.
I just trolled him on air.
All I do is ask questions, and people get offended. I can't help it.
No, I'd rather someone tell me up front, that they're gonna fucking screw me over than screw me over later on. It's like, be honest, like misdirection. Just tell me what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, at least give me a reach around. But no, his post got me really curious on the whole meaning of Easter. And I started looking shit up. And did you know the Easter egg represents the hollow tomb of Jesus?
Really? I was told that it was a game that they used to play. They used to tap the top of the egg, like two eggs together, and they're painting them red. It was like a Roman Catholic game.
Really?
Yeah.
I was reading yesterday that they had started doing that as representation of Jesus's tomb with the empty egg shell, I guess. I don't know.
Fake news, bro.
Fake news. It's totally fake news.
So much.
You know what?
We got I think we got a caller on here.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Maybe it's somebody that's going to tell you about Easter.
I hope so.
Hey, good morning. You're live on the air with Life According to Lambo. Who are you and how you doing?
Hey, Lambo. This is Mistine Hall. I'm doing okay.
Hey, there she is.
Hello. Hey,
Frankie.
What's up,
Frankie?
How you doing, Mistine?
How's your morning going so far?
It's just getting going.
Yeah?
I'm on my way to Montana. I'm driving from California. I'm in Nevada right at the moment.
Holy shit, you've got a long drive, woman.
Yeah. She's got a good cause.
She's got a good cause. Where are you on your way to?
I'm heading home back to my homelands, Blackfeet Reservation, Blackfeet Territory in northwestern Montana.
Okay.
My tribe's going to be voting on a water compact, either to deny it or approve it with the state of Montana.
Okay, so are you part of the Dakota Access Pipeline protest and things of that sort, or?
Well, I think all natives are with that, but this is something totally different.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing down there, or what the cause is.
All tribes have reserved water rights with their treaties, and so that kind of got established in 1908 with the Winters Doctrine. But it's been this quantification issue. So we have water rights, water to use, usage rights.
Right.
And so in the 1950s, the United States was hopping around each state and buying land and turning into federal land and kind of taking over on the water rights, and got a lot of the citizens mad. And so the states passed the McCarran Amendment in 1956, I believe, and it basically gave the United States waived its sovereign immunity and gave the power to the states to determine federal water rights in state courts. So it initially didn't apply to native lands until there was a test case that was brought out, in the late 70s. And so with San Carlos Apache tribe versus the state of Arizona, and I think Blackfeet versus Hodel case, basically said the Supreme Court was actually state courts do have the right to adjudicate tribal water rights in state courts, which is never been a good thing for natives, because it's always been states trying to get after tribal resources and land. And so the United States let us down in that aspect. And so on top of it, the state is only going to determine how much water we're going to need for irrigating, for agricultural use. And with my tribe, we're way up in northern Montana in a higher elevation, and the weather's so temperamental that it grows grass mainly. We were buffalo people,
right?
And so we never got to be farmers. And then the BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, really mismanaged a lot of our accounts, and so we ended up really impoverished a lot of times. So we couldn't even have money and stuff to build some infrastructure.
I got you.
And so the early 1900s, the BIA did have dug some irrigation ditches, had us dig our own irrigation ditches and stuff. And but it was mainly, it diverted water off the reservation for non-Indians. And so a lot of our money stuff has been benefiting others, and we have I think it's a little over 1 million acres land. We have a huge land base, and we're at the head gates up by Glacier National Park is where my people are, and what's left of our land. And so now, the tribes have, kind of fought to negotiate in the early 80s and stuff too, to be at the table. And so this coming vote on April 20th, which we all have to go home and vote on it, which is half the reason why I've gathered resources and stuff to help people get home.
So you're going down there to vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
And I'm bringing other people too, but I've been doing a lot of educating and stuff online, and so I do a lot of my stuff via Facebook.
Right.
And just kind of breaking down the compact of what it is, because we either vote yes and we go with this negotiated amount, which is 800,000 acre feet, because how they measure the water, because it's moving water, right? It's hard to measure land, With land, it's it doesn't move. You can measure the acre. Well, with moving water, because it's people downstream too. It's hard. You can't measure that.
I understand.
And so they use I use a measurement called acre feet. And so it's, and then the United States government put some money into too. They put $422 million. The state of Montana is offering $49 million, and it's earmarked just for water projects.
I understand.
Which is kind of a good bad.
Right. Well, and we're happy that you called the station this morning and are bringing some awareness to your cause. We of course are proponents of that cause here on the show. As you heard, I don't know if you heard Lambo talking earlier. He's big on helping the Native Americans out. He's pretty pissed off at what the United States government has done to your people over the years. So. At the same time, centuries, yeah. At the same time, now you have a pretty unique perspective, and we were talking about bullshit holidays earlier.
Oh yeah, Easter.
Labor was talking about he fucking hates Thanksgiving. Can I ask you, what is your perspective on Thanksgiving?
I mean, thanks-taking.
There it is.
Well, that's kind of what he was saying. So it's always good to get a couple different perspectives on that. So you're not a fan either.
For one thing,
do you celebrate?
Well, it's yeah, in a sense, but like it's more of a the Thanksgiving and the initial why the whole what the holiday is for, right? Is being thankful with family,
right?
And that's just how natives are, anyways.
So you celebrate that anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we kind of got colonized, forced a lot of stuff, and we pick and choose what we want to celebrate and how we want to celebrate U.S. holidays.
That makes a lot of sense. We support your cause here. We appreciate you calling into the show and bringing some awareness to that. And good luck, and God, take care of yourself on that drive. That's a long drive.
Yeah, and give a shout out if there's any Blackfeet, in the area or listeners to get home by April 20th to vote on this compact, or get online with Facebook and look for Blackfeet Water Compact page.
So on April 20th,
they can get all the information there.
April 20th, 420. I'll be stoned. I don't know about you.
I might be stoned.
All right, so thank you so much.
Will be thinking hard.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. And you have a wonderful drive, okay?
Thanks, Misty.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so has a cause there. That's very cool, and I'm glad we could get a Native American on the phone right quick to give us their take on Thanksgiving. We were talking about the bullshit meaning of holidays, and this.
Lambo's already. He's already. He fell asleep for a moment.
Kill yourself?
I wanted to tell her just give me the baby, not the labor pains. But hey, we appreciate that she has a cause to support, and I appreciate the cause.
I'm all for causes and shit, but wait till the end of the show to fucking do a political rant. I'm in the middle, I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about now. What the fuck?
We were talking about Easter.
The fuck did that have to do with my show? I'm talking about Easter, and she's talking about fucking water compacts.
I believe it was to bring a little bit of attention to the cause that she's going down to support.
We were talking shit on religion. What the fuck's that got to do with causes?
You're over here muting the mics and shit. Did you see he's muting the mics? Go, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going on?
We have 5 other callers in between.
If you guys want to call, cool, tell me what's going on, but I don't need a fucking history lesson. This is a 2-hour show, and I'm supposed to talk the majority of it. You know what I mean?
Tell them, hey, this show is
Lambo show.
This is the Lambo show. Oh, this motherfucker.
That makes me want to go out and fucking kill an American and shit for taking somebody's land and shit now.
You can't say that.
I'm just saying.
Every show I have to tell you can't say that.
Jesus.
Hey, why?
Christ.
So, Rachel, if you could do me a favor, because I need to fact check myself. Find us the real meaning behind the Easter egg and the Easter bunny, because we're reading conflicting things here. Now, I'm told in the 1700s.
We lost half our watchers while she was talking.
No.
I'm told in the 1700s that the fucking Easter bunny, that's when that became about. It just became a representation of spring, and we all know rabbits like to fuck a lot. So that's what the bunny's about. So I'm told.
What is it? The bunny's about what? What's that got to do with Jesus coming back?
So the eggs from the Huffington Post website, it says the eggs are rolled as a symbolic reenactment of the rolling away of the stone from Christ's tomb.
I don't know anybody rolling eggs. I just say they're hiding them.
Yeah, there is what's called egg rolling. I believe that's more popular in like
active countries and not lazy people like
European.
America. All the people that got shit
countries.
going together that they actually do things. They're active. They have active incarceration. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Americans just want to lay around like, let's just lay it there. Fuck it.
Come back for it later.
Get the kids to go pick that fucker up. I ain't rolling it. That's how that happened. That's what that was.
Yeah, it's supposed to. The egg is supposed to be a symbol that's likened to the tomb from which Christ arose.
Okay, it's an empty tomb.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't know how.
Wow.
I don't know
Kind
how.
of like being born again. It's exactly what it is. It's being born again, coming back from the dead. So
Right.
it's going from one state into another. So you're going from an egg into being a
hard-boiled painted egg.
Oh, and they hide you. They hide you so you can.
But why does everything that have to do with Jesus has to involve with giving gifts? A little materialistic, ain't he?
Well, you mean like Christmas?
Like Christmas, Easter, you got to give fucking Easter and shit, fucking gifts. Everything to do with Jesus, you got to give gifts.
That's a good question.
So what's the deal with that?
It's in the nature of Jesus Christ himself.
It's in the nature of Jesus Christ to give shit and get shit.
He was a very giving, loving person.
No,
Yes.
he taught a man to fish, so he fished for himself. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, wasn't Jesus supposed to be
he
teaching
used
people
to
to do
feed
things?
the poor and shit.
But yeah, that's enabling. He's a fucking enabler, bro. That's like going to the heroin house and giving out free fucking tabs and shit.
People got to eat.
Oh
yeah, well, go if you're too stupid to go get your own food, like me. I weigh 147 pounds because I am too stupid and lazy to feed myself.
I won't say lazy.
Now
lazy,
I can't.
Maybe stupid.
I can't blame any. I get mad at my old lady for like, bitch, I need to eat. It's not her responsibility to feed my 34-year-old ass. I'm 34 years old. I should know it's time to fucking eat when I've lost 50-something pounds over the last 7 months.
Science needs to study your brain.
Just carry some Ensures with you.
All anybody ever needs to do is just stop listening to anything you've ever learned and just open up your eyes to common fucking sense.
You mean uncommon sense?
No, it's common. Everybody has it. They've dumbed it down. They've worked harder. You know them people that work hard not to work? Like if they would just work, they would have more energy to do shit that they want to do, but they work harder at not working.
Yeah, I know a couple people like that.
Well, that's what people are doing to not have common sense. They're working harder to not have common sense than it would be to just have fucking common sense.
So, host of the Zig Zone here, Zig Ray just said, hey, can you ask the freaking religious right bastards how Jesus morphed into a fucking bunny? Which I'm thinking Rachel might have an answer for back here. Is this a good one or what?
Yeah, I wish that it actually had something to do with that.
Does it?
Kind of. It's just because rabbits are so they have high reproductive rates.
They like to fuck a lot. You can say it.
But what does Jesus have to do with fucking? Why does Jesus have to do with fucking? He was conceived without fucking. Why does he get to fuck?
It's about life. He's a symbol of life.
Okay.
So you gotta be fucking just Chinese fucking rabbits. Oh yeah, fuck Jesus.
Sinners, you sinners.
You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then porn should be played in church. That's reproduction.
That's a
going with that line. If you were going to use rabbits to be like, well, Jesus and life, rabbits like the fuck. So Jesus and life, rabbits. And you can just be like
Pornhub and church.
Yeah, Pornhub and chill. You know what I mean?
Pornhub and chill.
That's what it should be.
Well, that's the whole thing, though. Porn is a twisted, perverted.
Oh my god! And rabbits ain't rabbits.
Reproduction.
Rabbits take shits while they're fucking. That's disgusting.
What's that? A blumpkin? I don't know. Wait.
No, Blumpkin's getting a blowjob while taking a shit.
I just found
Bunny.
Yeah, we call them bloopies back in the East.
Yes.
I just found something interesting. So apparently, the Easter Bunny is something that was brought to the U.S. by German immigrants. Other countries use other animals as the symbol of Easter.
Oh.
In Switzerland, it's a cuckoo.
A cuckoo.
Yeah, because they're crazy as fuck to believe in Jesus. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody listening that may be a pastor or a reverend at your church, please give us a call at 909-360-8330 and help Lambo find Jesus on the air, please.
I'm looking everywhere for him.
I'm looking everywhere for him.
Can't find that fucker.
I've personally tried to share in a very non-abrasive way my view with this guy.
I was receptive to it.
You were receptive, but I got nowhere.
Because
at the same time, I mean, you listened to me, you didn't cut me off. You weren't like, oh no, that's bullshit or anything like that. But you just, it's not like I swayed your opinion. That's for sure.
No, but okay, I'm gonna explain how to sway my opinion. If you want to sway Lambo's opinion, there's one thing you got to do. If you're going to prove me wrong, you need to fucking prove me wrong. Not just say, well, I read it somewhere and, well, I just can't talk to you. You just don't believe. Blah, blah. No, I don't believe. I want you to fucking prove it to me. If you come up to me and say, God is a man, I want you to fucking prove it to me. If you can't prove it to me and just say, well, it says here that it says he, that's not proving. Your argument is invalid because I'm not a Scientologist by no means because I don't even know what a Scientologist is.
Oh, it's fucked up. We can get into that on another show.
But
let's talk about it now.
I believe in evolution and common sense. There's not a man that can part the waters of the Red Sea. There's not a man that can build a big ass fucking boat to float in a fucking 40 day, 40 night rainstorm that can put one or two of every animal in the world on it. It just doesn't happen.
So there's no Moses or Noah.
No.
There's only Kontiki.
Until you can show me a fucking ark that is big enough to hold every animal in the world, or explain to me how the animals that exist now that didn't exist then came here, I'll listen. But until then, you need to shut the fuck up with your religious rant because it's all fucking hearsay. It's like me reading Dr. Seuss and be like, green eggs and ham and Sam I am. Oh, that's awesome.
You know ever try to train a dog? I mean, how do you get all those different animals all to
go in the same boat?
It's like I'm like, sit, you know, and she's like just staring at me.
It's probably smart. He probably just lined them up in the order they're in the food chain and was like, just chase your prey into this fucking boat.
Right. So, I mean, that shit right there, I don't believe in at all. But if you do, then that's you. That's cool. But this is my whole bitch. And as we get in deeper into the shows, you'll start getting a little bit more of an insight to the life according to Lambo. Because I just say things like I don't think about things before I say them. I just say them so you know what I'm saying is real. But like when I go, if I go outside and I see a guy with a sign that says, you know, God is great, God is good, you know, repent, blah 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 blah, with a bullhorn, there's people around him and that's okay. Like people are accepted to that. But if I had a bullhorn and a sign that said God isn't real, God doesn't exist, and start preaching about why I think God doesn't exist, I would probably be arrested.
And beaten.
Or chastised.
Yeah, you might get beaten.
So Christians or believers look at non-believers as sick or weak people. Oh, I'll pray for you. Something's wrong with you. I'll pray for you.
Yeah, I saw a lot of I'll pray for you yesterday on your Facebook post.
But why is it bad for non-believers to think that believers are sick and weak? Why can't it be the other way around? Why is it if you believe you're good and if you don't believe you're bad? Who sets that standard? And that's where my whole thing comes from. I don't chastise people that believe. I don't think that you're a bad person because you believe that there's a God.
Right.
That's awesome because that gives you a purpose in life. You don't throw it on to me.
No,
I don't throw it on to you that I don't believe in God, do I?
No. Because, well, I mean, I don't really talk about it around you because the first thing that comes back out of your mouth is like, oh yeah, because he exists.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to hit me with your rhetoric, I should be able to hit you with mine.
Yeah. So that's why I just choose not to bring it up.
Exactly. And I believe that's what everybody should do. If it's going to offend you that I don't believe in God, then you should have the common courtesy to think that it should offend me that you believe in God. So you shouldn't bring it up around me, and I shouldn't bring it up around you. We should keep our religion to ourselves or to like-minded people.
Well, and when I say things are in the eye of the beholder as to what's right and wrong, you pretty much just said it. That's the golden rule. If I don't want you to push your religion on me, I'm not going to push my religion on you.
Exactly.
It's the golden rule, man.
Exactly.
The world would be a lot easier if everybody would just follow that one little rule from way back in the day when you were 3 years old and your mom taught you, hey, you treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah. And you and the people that don't, need to be dealt with. There need to be set examples. I'm not saying you need to exterminate and kill them.
I was waiting for it, man. I've been waiting for it all morning.
They get a couple of fucking whatever. But I mean, it's just like, okay, do I want somebody to steal from me? No. So then I won't steal from anybody else because I don't want that to happen to me. I'm a firm believer in karma.
Oh yeah, karma is real.
Now, I ain't saying that I won't fuck with somebody because I'll fuck with somebody like a motherfucker, boy.
We nicknamed him. Our group of friends nicknamed him the karma dealer.
Oh,
Get it done.
sometimes it needs to happen a little swifter.
He likes to take things into his own hands sometimes.
Yeah.
But
As you should.
I just believe everybody should do the right thing.
Well, and it seems like your big bitch with all the holidays is that it's like Rachel was saying, like, we don't know what this has to do with, but Rabbit's like, the fuck. Therefore, that represents you. Your big bitch is that it's like all this fake stuff to you. It's like
It is fake.
It's all fear.
Did you go to church yesterday?
I missed it yesterday. I
him on
I
the
kind of
spot.
felt a little guilty.
Did you go to church last Sunday?
No, I haven't gone for about 4 months now.
Okay, so why in the fuck would you plan on going?
What's your
yesterday?
religion, Frank?
Me?
Yeah.
He's Catholic.
Or what denomination?
I'm Catholic.
I thought so.
Yeah, but I'll go to a Christian church
Yeah.
because I don't know any good Catholic churches around here.
You just don't go to
Sinner.
you don't go to Catholic church anymore because you're too old and you can't get touched.
I don't want to get
That's why you
touched.
don't
I
go.
don't want to get touched by Jesus.
Yeah. Now you go to the
Hate me
Christian
now.
school and get touched by Jesus.
You guys are fucked.
They're all like Spanish speaking churches, like around here. I
You don't
know.
speak Spanish?
No habla.
No, habla español. But you know what I mean? It's just like everybody's like, oh, we got to hurry up and go to church. Like I've seen so many people that posted like, oh, me and the wifey at church. I haven't seen you at church except for last year at this time.
Holidays. Yeah.
Like just quit being fake.
Man.
Like I don't go to church.
Fair weather church
I
goers.
don't act one way outside of the show, and then like I don't come in here and talk this shit, and then go outside and be like, oh hi, how are you? I act the same way. I'm me 100% all the time.
I'll attest to that.
So I believe everybody should be the same. Like that's why a lot of people don't like me because they don't like the realness. Tupac used to say this shit. They're going to hate you if you're real, and they're going to love you if you're fake. Not in those words, but something like that. And that's exactly what's happening. Danielle Bergoli. People love her. She's fake.
Ooh, that bitch just got arrested. Did you know that?
She got arrested like 3 weeks ago. Fucking headline reading ass motherfucker. That's what I'm
just
talking.
saying.
She's fighting on a
You see
plane
what
or
I'm saying?
something,
Like
too.
she got arrested 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have said that, people would have been telling other people Danielle Bergoli got arrested. They heard
Kiss
it on
me
the radio.
outside.
You know what I mean?
How about that?
Somebody cash her outside and beat her fucking ass.
No, I guess for pot.
Yeah, she got her and her little girl, her and her girlfriend got pulled over for something small.
Yeah. SoFlo, South Florida. Smoking the reefer.
But you know what I mean? It's just if you're going to be Christian, and be Christian every day of the year. Don't just wait on holidays. If you're not going to be Christian, don't be Christian on that's like me going, well, that's like if something bad happens, and I do this. I do this, and I'll admit to this because I don't know. I don't believe that God exists, but I don't know. I can't say he's not there. I know for a fact he's not there. I can't say that. I just don't believe he is because I haven't seen any proof.
You're one of those seeing is believing guys.
But when something is going wrong, like with my kids, I tell them, if you save my kids and give me a sign that you save my children, I'll start to worshiping you and I'll believe everything that people say.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
See?
But,
Reverends, pastors.
and nothing bad has happened to my children yet, but when something's wrong, they're in a hospital or they're sick or anything, I always tell them, if you save my child and you give me a sign that you're the reason that you saved him, I'll believe and I'll start worshiping. And if I get that sign, I will go to church every Sunday or do what a good Christian's supposed to do because I'll have that faith at that point.
He's saying there's a chance. So reverends, pastors, good Christians everywhere, call in at 909-360-8330. I would shit if somebody called, like Greg Laurie calls in.
I'm begging Greg Laurie to call.
Oh, it'd be so amazing. He calls in and he saves your ass on there.
The reason I want Greg Laurie to call is because I know that he's a great pastor.
Yeah.
And I know he believes in his bullshit. And I believe in my
Listen to him.
and I believe in my bullshit. And the reason I call it bullshit is because we don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So I'm not being disrespectful when I say his bullshit because I just readily said my bullshit. I believe my bullshit. What I say right now is bullshit because it's not provable fact. You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion. So I want Greg Laurie to call. I want him to convince me that there's a Jesus or a God. But I can promise you this. He will not leave without questioning his faith.
You think so? I don't think you'd be able to do that.
If he will be open-minded, if any Christian person would be open-minded and listen to the questions that I have and not just say, well, if you don't believe, you won't understand, because that's a cop-out. Yeah, if you believe it, you better fucking understand it because you fucking believe it. That's fucking stupid. Well, I don't understand it, but I believe it. Mm-hmm.
No, because
You know what I
it is
mean?
stupid. I mean, there's people who believe, like, who believe in science. Science. We can land a satellite or whatever on a comet. Millions of miles away.
Technology.
Yeah, to the precision. Like of a clothespin, whatever. Yeah. But it's like, okay, that's all math. That's all proven.
Yeah, but
now. You can't prove it religion,
But they tried.
But they're saying that the carbon shit, like how you date fossils and shit.
Carbon dating.
Yeah, carbon dating is false. That dinosaurs are only a few thousand years old. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they really telling me that God made dinosaurs and then killed them all, or something happened and you telling me dinosaurs fucked up worse than humans? Is that what you're telling me?
You know what?
Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm not saying that. Eventually, science is going to catch up, and they're going to put someone under and hook them up to this virtual machine where you can see their dreams and whatever. So we're gonna check you out. We're gonna basically put you in a coma, and you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel, come back, and I mean, that's what science is saying. Like,
Frank, go home. You're drunk.
I'm fucked up right now. Too much fucking coffee.
No, but I do believe there are some crazy advancements happening in science right now. It's going to get fucking crazy.
It's God's will.
It's God's will.
Is that what it is?
God's will.
Yeah.
I don't think God likes science. I think it's the one thing he feels maybe would threaten him.
Then why did he make it?
Well, I will tell you this.
Why did he make science?
I'll answer your question right now. They tried to do the Large Hadron Collider. I don't know if you saw that. So they took a proton speeding at the beam of light and a neutron speeding at the beam of light and shot them at each other to try to recreate the Big Bang Theory. They recreated everything of evolution all the way down to this one particle called the Higgs boson particle that they can't explain. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, that's the one thing they can't explain. So if there's one thing that science can't explain, what do you think that might be?
Where did we come from? I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could it be the God that people believe in?
Right.
So did you just say that they've proven evolution?
Yeah, they've been able to have drops the mic. No, they've had it. They've been able to prove the hypothesis of the Big Bang Theory through evolution. Science is claiming that they've got it all figured out except for one thing, and that's the Higgs boson particle.
So what people do, like people always do, is they take that 1% to make the other 99 look good.
Right.
Well, you can't explain that one thing, so God exists. I know.
No, I didn't say God. I said, could it be that's the God that everyone believes in?
It could be, but why would God? Well, no, because that disproves all theory. Then, if they've proven evolution, then that means God didn't grab up Adam, put him down there, pop a rib out of his bitch ass, and throw it on the ground. It means there was fucking chimpanzees fucking like rabbits before Jesus was born, and boom, we came up from them. So it just fucking blows God out of the water. If you just said right now they proved evolution, I dropped the mic on my religious shit. You guys can come to the Church of B, worship me, fucking bring me a bunch of fucking money. I'll take a Lambo, life according with Lambo, riding in the Lambo.
Whoa.
And you guys can have it because you just fucking proved me right. If they just proved evolution, God doesn't exist.
My take on that is that it doesn't really get into the full details of how God created life. Yeah, it says something about him taking dirt and blowing wind into it, but that could be any number of steps.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it could even be...
Scientifically speaking, they could be figuring out exactly how God went about it.
Yeah, with the Big Bang Theory, right?
Right. Because, I mean, some scientists will not are you against an intelligent design, that there's an intelligent design to the whole universe?
Right, and they don't know who wrote the code, so to speak.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this though.
So they can't disprove God.
Aren't most
Just
religions? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no.
No,
That's
she's
fine.
right. They can't disprove God because of that one particle.
Exactly.
Well, this is what I'm saying though. Most religions think that the Earth is just a few thousand years old?
Yeah, but that's interpretation, because in the Bible itself, it says a day in 1,000 years and 1,000 years in a day.
Right.
So God could have made the earth in 7 days.
Let me ask you something, Lambo, Mr. Common Sense. You think
But
they were
that
all
could have been
walking
actually
around
been
wearing
7,000
fucking watches?
years.
You think they were all walking around wearing watches, keeping real close track of time back then?
All I know is there's a fucking few hundred people that wrote that book, and I know how the game telephone works.
Oh yeah, it could be all fucked up, but that's the thing. Like you said earlier, I'm not saying. So I said earlier, they proved their hypothesis going back with evolution. You dropped the mic. Oh, they proved evolution. No, what you're saying, it disproves the Bible. Maybe the interpretation of the Bible over 300 years got all fucked up, but maybe a God still exists. Just because the Bible's wrong doesn't mean God doesn't exist.
But the God that they're portraying doesn't exist, because God didn't make humans from ribs. So it's all bullshit. It's what I'm trying to fucking say. I'm not saying that there's definitely not a God. That's what I've been saying. I don't know.
Right.
But the God that everybody, the blonde hair, blue eyed motherfucker from the fucking Israel doesn't exist. And people are worshiping him, and they're getting tattoos of Jesus, blonde hair and blue eyes, and the motherfucker had raspy ass hair and fucking bronze skin.
He had dreadlocks, bro.
I don't get the fucking people like, well, it doesn't matter. It's about Jesus. He's not. No, he's fucking not.
Let me ask you something, man. What makes you the way you are?
People being fucking stupid.
No, but
I want to see a Middle Eastern Israel fucking Jesus on the cross. That's what I want to see, because that's what it was. It wasn't fucking Bobby from the beach up there fucking dying. It was fucking Jesus from Israel.
How do you know that though? Did you see him?
Because he was from fucking Israel. What if?
Born in Jerusalem?
You know what I mean? I'm not very, very sure, but if you go to Israel, I'm pretty sure their heritage don't have blonde hair, blue eyes, and light skin. I could be wrong.
They do have blue eyes out there.
But they have long, wavy blonde hair and nice barely sun-touched fucking skin.
I wouldn't say so, no.
Yeah, pretty fair
It'd be
skin.
lobster.
Nah,
Well, here's the thing, man. These are all just theories. Like, there's one theory right now I'm looking at, the stoned ape theory. Is a controversial theory from Terence McKenna, which states that a lot of our advanced human evolution came as a result of the ingestion of psilocybin mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms.
Yep.
Although this theory is highly attested in academic circles, it is still very interesting to watch, as I'm sure it is. So there are people that think all kinds of shit. You're talking about Scientology earlier. They believe we all came from the planet Xenu or some shit.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Like, and wasn't it L. Ron Hubbard or some shit that started that?
Yeah.
I was in Hollywood last week, and there was a bookstore, Scientology bookstore, museum, or whatever. And all it was L. Ron Hubbard in like different languages.
That's actually the Church of Scientology down there in Hollywood.
Fucking, and then they had a fucking museum of broken relationships, and it had a sign that said, "We haven't always been stalkers."
What?
Huh?
Buddy, Hollywood is crazy.
I told you that we were talking the other day on the air about Hollywood, and you said you took the family down there. I'm like,
Well, I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of advice right now. If you can go out to Hollywood and you take the Hollywood tour, it'll change your life. If you have any drive at all. If you're just a piece of shit, don't care.
here we go.
Then it's not going to change your life. But if you're a driven individual and you go to Hollywood and you do the tour, it'll change your life.
Check it out.
But
It's a dirty fucking place, man. I hate that place.
It is dirty, but it wouldn't be if people would act right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we got crazy motherfuckers that are homeless walking around talking to themselves, and we just walk by and be like, man, that's a crazy motherfucker. When we need to pull them in and see what the fuck's wrong with them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man.
There's a lot of people that are crazy that you can't fix crazy.
Well, there's a lot of conservatives that'll be pissed at me for saying this, but that all kind of really started spiraling out of control when Reagan pulled the funding for the mental institutions.
See, fuck this funding. Funding. We need more money for shit. You just need to do shit. Be proactive. Being proactive doesn't cost money. You got a crazy motherfucker, keep him away from people. You don't need funding for that. You just keep them away from people. Keep them active. Take them out to do shit. Be a part of your family. You have a retarded ass kid, take care of him. You had him. Here you go. Don't pot him off on somebody else. We won't need fucking mental institutions if people take care of their own shit. Don't have retarded ass kids and then send them off to a fucking institution where taxpayers got to pay for them. If you're fucking poor, don't be fucking some random dude and getting pregnant. Don't let them come in you. You won't have welfare babies. It's fucking common sense.
Have you seen the meme that was like, this chick's like complaining about her baby daddy, and somebody commented on it and was like, man, that sounds an awful lot like I let losers come in me.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it is. If you can't find, if you're in a territory you can't find a job, you should be so depressed that sex is the last thing that's on your mind. But instead, it's let's get fucked up, let's fuck, and let me come in you, and then let's act surprised when you get pregnant. And a lot of people are just like, well, let's just have a baby and we'll get on welfare. We can save on taxes. I know people trying to fuck in January so they can have a fucking baby before December so they can claim it on their fucking taxes.
That's terrible, man.
Those people need beaten with bats.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not taking them out and exterminating them.
Not
this time.
yet. No. I think if you have 3 kids, well, I can't say that because I got like 6 kids and I only got 3 with a married person. But you know what I mean?
Now the rule changes.
Well, I'm not talking about like
It's a possibility.
What I'm saying is when I say my rules and shit, I don't mean go back and retroactive it.
Yeah.
Because if you got kids now, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You'll never have the life you want unless you're like me.
Frank is in the best position of any male I know.
I'm a free man.
He's free, no kids.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't raise my first 3 kids because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I left them with their mom and I took the fuck off. I came out to California and made a life for myself.
Yeah.
If I'd have been a father, I could have never done what I'm doing. I wouldn't have my kids or my life if I'd have been a dad.
Well, see, if Frank gets if he starts feeling the fatherhood itch, he just picks up his nephew for a little bit. And
Well, he would pick his nephew up if he had his car.
Well, yeah. My nephew, the older one, crashed my car, and I told him to take my piece of shit car. And he took my new car.
Ooh.
And
Well, maybe he just thinks your new car is a piece of shit.
It's just common sense. Yeah, obviously, it is now.
Now it's
it is
fucked.
now. Fucking piece. Hey, love the kid, but sometimes you need a nice gut check. And
was he drinking? Was he stoned?
he was smoking weed. That's his new thing now. Him and his buddies. I see him on the side of the house smoking weed.
He didn't crash the car because he was smoking weed.
No, he said he didn't even smoke, but I don't know. He said he wasn't paying attention when the light turned green.
Exactly. That's
and
what,
there was a girl in front of him.
That's how most accidents happen. It doesn't happen because you're on weed.
You think
So
he
I
was
just-
texting?
I assume so. I'm like, you can see clear as day out my front window of my car. That there you could see if there's someone in front of you. There's nothing obstructing it.
I don't believe you should be able to ride by yourself unless you're 18 years old.
Yeah, he just got his license maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's my my stupidity for not making sure he took the right car. But either way,
why don't you just go beat your sister?
She's ready to kick him out already. Smoking weed. She's like,
she's gonna send him to live with you, bro.
I know. That's the thing. Like I've smoked weed and everything. My family knows, but he thinks it's cool because he can do it and go to school and do whatever he wants. But he's 17. He's got that invincibility mentality right now.
You need to beat his ass.
He needs the ass kicking. He hasn't.
You need to beat his ass. I've got a nephew from my on my wife's side. He needs his ass beat. So who on needs a daily basis?
Do you believe in? All right, because his mother's like, oh, you touch him, I'm gonna call the cops.
You need to beat her ass too.
Yeah, she needs a nice forearm to her face.
I'm saying you need to.
Don't ask him.
Does it work? Does it work? It works.
Yes,
for me.
ass whippings beat. Yes, ass whippings work.
Because he's gonna get one from someone.
Oh,
might as well be you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to whip his fucking ass. He wrecked your car. That's out of your pocket.
How old is he?
Out of my pocket.
How old is he?
17.
Yeah.
Tell him you're trying him as an adult and he's got to square up with.
He's got to square
No,
up.
you just wait till he's asleep and beat the dog shit out of him.
Right. Wait till he's asleep and beat the dog shit out of him.
Why have a confrontation?
With the soap bars and
Why have a confrontation? Wait till
why is
beat his punk ass.
If you don't have a confrontation, how's he going to know why you just got that shit beat out of him and by who?
He's going to fucking know.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
I think the same, because that's, it works.
I mean, if he gets beat and he doesn't know why he got beat, then he's a stupid motherfucker. He just wrecked his uncle's car. His uncle comes in and beats his ass. If he says, "What are you doing this?" He needs beat again.
And then he goes and like, "Oh, let me use the other car. I need to go get a haircut." I'm like, "Fuck, your driving privileges are done right now, dude."
You're not taking
I'm
my
a barber
car.
now.
But he has the balls to be like, why can't I take the car? I don't understand.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, but you crashed my other fucking car. Like, do you not get it?
I think I want you to crash both my cars.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll get a job and pay you. And I'm like, then get a fucking job.
Oh fuck! He needs to get in his fucking lanes.
Ooh, maybe you should have your nephew calling it.
Yeah, actually, call his bitch. Is he?
He's at school right now. So unless
you think
he's
at
ditching,
school,
smoking weed.
You think he's at school.
Oh fuck! Speaking of smoking weed, I think I'm gonna have to go do that right now.
Oh, yeah?
I think we're gonna take a little fucking 5-minute break.
Oh, we haven't even got to the juicy parts of the show yet.
Oh no, we're gonna have to. I got some juicy right now though.
You only dropped the mic once.
My eyes are floating. Well, because you fucking proved me right. You said evolution was proven.
Ooh, more on that when we come back. We're gonna go to a quick break here.
Thanks for listening to Life According to Lambo.
Well, welcome back to Life According to Lambo. I see we've got Rachel in a little more of a Monday mood with that kind of music right there, huh?
And thank you for guys on YouTube that continued for the live stream. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So a lot, we've been covering a lot this morning. We've mainly been on the topic of Lambo's spirituality, I guess.
The lack thereof.
or lack thereof. Did you see the meme on Facebook where it said shooting victims got shot, Christian Bale went to visit them in the hospital, atheist Bale did not, Christians 1, atheist 0. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
You're like, because we got people right now that are commenting on some other places in the web here. One of them says they found evidence of chariots in the middle of the Red Sea. Tell Lambo, how did those get there if the sea wasn't parted?
It's called tectonic plates moving, dumb fuck. It's also called you can have a chariot on the shore, and then the waves kind of take it out to sea, and then it kind of falls down there and gets caught. Thanks.
So you think it just magically, coincidentally got buried in the middle of the ocean of the Red Sea?
Yeah. Pretty sure that they weren't running around in chariots walking through Egypt with Moses.
Everyone online is pissed off at you right now. You're like public enemy number one.
Never heard anything in the Bible about chariots in the Red Sea.
What's it like being public enemy number one?
I doesn't bother me because it's only idiots that don't like me. I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't bother you at all?
Doesn't bother me. I sleep good every night.
Don't lose a wink.
That's what I don't understand. If you're a different religion or you don't believe in religion, why do people try to pull you in? It's like, oh well, I'm saving you, I'm helping you. Yeah. I know someone who's radical Christian who's just like, dude, I'm gonna pray for you right now. I'm like, chill out, I'm good. You don't have to fucking pray for me. I'm good.
I think everybody feels it's their duty to prove themselves right, that what they believe in is true. Nobody, let's face it, nobody wants to face the fact that, hey, maybe what you believe in is bullshit. You've been living a lie your whole life. That's
what I'm saying. Nobody wants to face the fact that I'm telling people real, truthful shit.
You think that's why you're public enemy number one?
Just people don't want to hear what I have to say because they know that I'm not I'm not sugarcoating it. So it's not confusion. There's no way to interpret it any other way than how I say it, and they don't like it because they can't say, well, you're trying to say this. No, I'm not, because I clearly stated this. And that's what pisses people off, I think, because they can't twist it to where they want to hear it.
Even your baby mama yesterday on Facebook, man, you were going in on her, and she was going in on you on Facebook yesterday, fighting with the baby mama about Easter. That was
she got all fucking offended, and I didn't even say anything about her.
What do you mean?
Well, like she was like, oh, I can't believe how like you're disrespectful, talking shit about Christians and this and that, and Easter, made up holidays. I'm like, Easter is a made up holiday. It's a fucking made up holiday. Well, when did Easter start? When did they start celebrating Easter?
After the resurrection of Christ, I'm pretty sure.
The day after? The week after?
The following year.
The following year. So every single year. So let's look at the traditions. What did they do the very next year?
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't chocolate bunnies and fucking eggs.
No.
Exactly. So would you say Easter's a made-up holiday?
Well, the holiday itself's not made up. It's representation of something, but the eggs and the chocolate bunnies, as we found out earlier, pretty bullshit, it sounds like.
Exactly.
You know.
So that's what I'm saying. And then if you want to say, well, you're talking shit about my religion. If your religion is running around chasing fucking bunnies and shit, then yeah, your religion's bullshit.
So, but do you feel like your baby mama was maybe just coming to the rescue of Christians everywhere, just trying to defend what she felt you were making a mockery of? Like what we were talking earlier, nobody wants to believe they've been living a lie,
Yeah.
She just does like everybody else and sees what, like, I was like, people want to throw their shit down people's face, and then when they try to, when that other person retaliates with their beliefs, they're shunned. And she's like, have I ever put my shit down your throat? Blah, 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 blah. Again, I didn't say you personally. I said people. If you take offense to that, you're putting yourself in that category. I can't help it. If I say rapist males are a piece of shit and a guy's like, fuck you, man, that's bullshit, you must be a rapist male. I didn't say, hey, Jerry from fucking Australia, you're a rapist male. I didn't say that. I didn't say, hey, baby mama, your holiday's bullshit. I just said Easter is bullshit. It's made up. And then I said, what's so special about Jesus rising? Like, what else is supposed to happen? Isn't he supposed to come back and like save the world? So we're just celebrating every time he wakes up and walks out. That's like celebrating a fucking deadbeat dad. Like, daddy's up, he's gonna play ball. Nope, he left.
What the fuck?
That's what it's like.
He said he was going to come to
The
my football game.
Lamboisms.
That's what it's like. Everybody's like, oh, Jesus is gonna come back and save the world. So every Easter, he's risen. Nothing else until the next year. He's risen again. So it's like that. It's like every day you're waking up like, man, daddy's going to wake up and he's going to play ball with me. And then daddy wakes up and goes to the bar instead. That's what that's like.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you could draw that correlation. I don't think that Jesus is a deadbeat dad.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's
Whoa. Wait,
that's the
hit me
correlation.
now.
Jordan T tuning into the live chat here on youtube.com on the Kaotic radio channel, which is all one word, capital Kaotic, capital Radio, says, Lambo, if you say interpretate one more fucking time.
Interpretate? When did I say interpretate?
I don't know, you probably did. You make up a lot of words on the air.
Fuck you, fucking grammar Nazi. Eat a dick. I don't hear you saying shit. Fuck you. How about that? Interpretate that, motherfucker.
I'm going to see a meme soon that says Jesus is a deadbeat dad.
Jesus is a deadbeat dad.
I don't want to see
We
that.
just lost one more listener. Jordan T just fucking logged off that
He
quick.
just blocked us. What a prick.
It's fucking...
Fuck them, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, fuck them if they can't take a joke, right?
Joke them if they can't take a fuck.
right? I mean,
Are you going in on him right now? Are you trolling him right now?
I just said don't get butthurt. Don't fucking talk shit and then leave. You know what I mean? If you want to talk shit all day long, don't just fucking leave.
Life According to Lambo in the Morning is the only morning show where you can actually get into a live fucking debate or confrontation with our host, who will go out of his way to go online and tell you not to get butthurt.
I will shit on your day.
Shit on your whole day. So.
But, you know, I mean, like, well, what does it matter what the fuck? You know what the fuck I'm saying?
No, I'm saying?
You know what I'm trying to get at. Interpret, whatever the fuck it is. Don't worry about it. It's Monday fucking morning.
It's Monday morning.
You know what I mean? Go pray to God that I fucking learn what the fuck I'm talking about. How about that?
Hey.
Oh, you're one fucked up individual. It's no wonder you're public enemy number one for anybody that listens to the show. They either love you or they fucking hate you. And sometimes they hate you and still love you.
I know. They love to hate me.
He just replied, "That's fair, you fucktard. Love the show."
Thank you. Yay.
Thanks for listening, guys.
I got mail. Yay.
Why are you the way you are?
Yeah. Why? Why are you the way you are?
Because I don't give a fuck.
And just no fucks given.
Well, I mean,
even your baby mama knows it.
everybody hates it. But I mean, you know, I don't say. I mean, I do say things that's outlandish, but I don't say anything that's like super off the wall. I just say things that are real. I don't sugarcoat it, and I don't think about it, and I don't filter it out. I don't think, well, if I say this, it's going to offend them, because I feel as a grown person or a grown adult, my words shouldn't influence your feelings, unless I'm like, you know what, you're about the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen. Then that might be like, you know what, well, fuck you, that's kind of shitty to say. But
Like, if I had a nickel for every time I've ever heard you say that to anyone.
I got to say, like, between, 2016 and 2017, people are getting really sensitive. It's like walking on eggshells. Like, you can't offend people. Why the fuck not? This is a land of offense. Fuck everybody,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not offensive. You're just offended. That's it.
You think that's what it is?
That's what it is. I'm not offensive. You're just offended.
What if someone
I just made that up right now.
Pulled that right out.
That is a tagline not to be used without the written consent of Lambo. I'm not offensive. You're just offended. I'm making T-shirts.
That's
going to be the 2020 slogan.
Yeah.
Lambo for president. I'm not offensive. You're just offended.
I love it.
I need a campaign manager. God damn it. Let's go.
Rachel, campaign manager. She's actually typing something to you right now that she doesn't want anybody to hear.
I'm down.
I need shirts made immediately.
I'm very discreet.
Very discreet. You better check your station chat there because she's letting you know something very discreetly. They're planning your campaign. They're planning the campaign right now as we speak.
Campaign, aka assassination.
Right.
Yeah, just drive down this long tunnel here. It's fine.
No, but it's so funny because we talk about you being the public enemy. We talk about you being the biggest dick everybody knows, and still somehow 50% of the world loves you. But it's like even your baby mama knows. I think this is why people still love you. Is because even your baby mama knows. I saw that she commented on one of your derogatory Easter posts yesterday, and she said something along the lines of, I read your bullshit, and I usually don't comment because I just think, that's just Lambo. That's just how he is.
Yeah, they all know how I am.
I think sometimes you're taken with a grain of salt, and that's why people still love you. Some people, anybody that takes you literally could be trading in dangerous waters, considering how much shit comes out of your mouth sometimes. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
So check this out, real quick. I just got a text from my wife. So check this. This is how awesome people are. We went to the beach with some family friends last week.
Yeah.
And this fucking cunt bag on 55 North just fucking sideswipes us for no reason. Just runs into the side of our SUV for no reason. Pulls off. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. That'll buff out. Well, now they can't. Her insurance company can't get a hold of her. She's not answering the call. So now my wife was supposed to take our 3 kids to go to the body shop to get an estimate.
Yeah.
And now they're saying, well, just hold off, blah, 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 blah. I knew it. If anybody's ever in a little bitty fender bender, no matter what, always call the police. Always.
Make a police report.
Always.
I'm gonna get fucked on this.
Every single time.
I'm gonna get fucked on this because of this fucking cunt. And if she doesn't give me, if I don't get it covered, I'm putting. I have her ID. I have her everything. I'm putting it all on social media, and I'm blasting it the fuck out there. And I'm gonna put her on every fucking show I got.
Yeah.
So you fucking bitch, you fucking listening? You fucking hit me and my kids on 55 North, and you ain't answering your fucking call.
Tell them.
You better get on a goddamn phone right the fuck now. Tell your insurance company that you fucking hit us because you're a fucking dumbass blonde cunt and wasn't paying attention. And get my fucking car fixed. I'm gonna beat your dumb ass, you fucking bitch.
Tell him. Oh, he's so happy right now.
Well, it's fucking bullshit, goddammit. It's a brand new car. We had 3 fucking kids, and this fucking bitch just gets over the lane for no fucking reason. I should have beat her fucking ass when I got out of the car.
What's crazy?
Put your phones down, people.
What's crazy is I'm one of 4 people at this station right now on the show that hasn't been in an auto accident in the last week. So
It wasn't me. I wasn't in an accident.
Or your car, I guess. My car hasn't been in an auto accident in the last week. I guess I should knock on wood or something like. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's good luck. Maybe I won't. Maybe my car will be fine and safe now. So you're ready to just leave the show right now and go track this one down?
Nah, because I can't do nothing about it. I'm just.
But wait a minute. She has an insurance company, right?
Yeah.
So
they can't get a hold of her.
That's not your fucking problem.
I know. I got to get home and fucking finish this fucking shit. So what I may do one of these days is call one of these fucking companies on the fucking air so you can see the type of shit that we deal with. AT&T's been charging a card for $45 a month for a fucking residential line at a business park, and they can't find the account. They can't find the account to shut it off. They can't stop taking money. They can't find the account to stop taking money. That's how fucked up the world is. And people are like, well, hopefully we'll get it fixed someday. No. I can't wait until I fucking figure out exactly what's going on. I'm going to sue the fuck out of them real good. Man, AT&T is horrible.
Oh, they're the worst.
You. If you work for AT&T, I hope you lose your job. You cunts.
I don't like anybody that likes AT&T, and I don't like AT&T. I saw them on strike the other day. The workers of AT&T were on strike, so apparently they treat their workers just as bad as they treat their customers.
Well, people don't quit their job; they quit their boss.
Right.
But then you've got people that are just fucking stupid and don't know any other way. So then you've got companies like AT&T that hire fucked up moronic idiots straight out of college that can't do anything else but go, oh, bro. And then you go into an AT&T store and you're like, hey, my phone don't work. And they go, oh, bro. And then you leave and you got to call customer service and they say, "Thank you, come again." And then you can't get shit fixed. I had AT&T for like 9 years. I ordered 3 iPads. They sent me a fucking Samsung Galaxy.
I remember this.
I sent it back. They sent me a label for a fucking iPad because that's what I ordered, but I sent back a Galaxy. So now it's on order or on record that I have a iPad, and they've charged me like $4,000. So now I gotta use shitty ass fucking Sprint that doesn't have a signal anywhere. I could be standing on the fucking tower and it would search for the signal. It's fucking horrible, dude. Like I'm fucking tired of shit, dude. It's fucking nuts.
Well, I'll attest to AT&T being the absolute worst, and there's a bunch of people on my Snapchat account actually when I'll post you going off on AT&T, just fucking livid inside the stores, screaming, cussing people out.
That's every time we go there.
Yeah, and what's so funny is you'll go inside the store and say, "Hey, I've got this problem. Can you help me out?" And they go, "Oh no, we can't help you here. We got a phone here though if you want to call customer service," and then you got to sit and wait on the phone with customer service for 15 minutes before you get anybody on the line. Like I will get on board with you on this, Lambo. Fuck AT&T.
Yeah, if you work for
boycott that company.
If you work for AT&T, fucking fuck you.
I don't like AT&T, and I don't like anybody that does.
With an AIDS-infested dick.
With an
AIDS-infested dicks.
Well, if they just stop sucking dicks, that's what you're saying.
Quit sucking dicks, and you'll quit getting AIDS. You know what I mean? But I mean, tell me that I'm wrong. If I went up and told him, you got to quit being with men.
Right.
He could interpret that. You can't hang out with men. I'm totally sexist. I don't like men at all. He could interpret that. But if I just said, you have to quit sucking and fucking dicks, you can't
interpret
twist that any other way.
Well, for those of you just tuning in, we're going back to the beginning portion of the show we were talking about earlier today when we were using Frank here. Sorry, Frank. He's
thanks,
the hypothetical.
Man.
He's the hypothetical gay guy today.
Definitely not gay.
But Lambo was talking about how sugarcoating shit really just doesn't work. The message doesn't get across.
It hasn't been working for years. We've tried it and it doesn't work.
Yeah. So his solution is to just be blunt. Hey, if you don't want to get AIDS, don't suck dicks with AIDS.
And I ain't saying that only gay people get AIDS. That ain't what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm just saying you're less likely to get AIDS if you don't suck and fuck dicks and you have one yourself. Because, I mean, I'm not telling women don't suck and fuck dicks. Continue doing that, please.
Please.
Don't share needles with motherfuckers.
Right.
It's common sense.
And why are people using needles? Like, shooting up and... What the fuck, dude?
Don't get them going.
We're not going to get going into that.
Because they're addicted, bro. They're addicted. It's a disease.
It's gross.
Yeah,
I don't even want to get onto that fucking shit.
Yeah, you'll get him going. This is Monday, Frank.
I will get into this real quick because I do want to.
God damn it, Frank!
I got to explain.
Change it.
I have to explain where I'm coming from. So when I say, if you're doing heroin, fuck you. You need to die. This is what I mean. If you're a non-functioning addict, so I'm going to give you some exclusions to my rhetoric. If you're a functioning heroin addict or any kind of drug addict at all, you can go to work, you can hang out with your friends,
productive member of society.
Yeah, you're not robbing people to fucking pay for your addiction. Do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as it's not affecting people. But if you're flopped out on the side of the road, you're robbing from your mom, your grandma. Those are the people that need killed.
Sucking dick and
you're sucking
AIDS.
Sucking dick for a tat and shit. For
$20 is $20, man.
Yeah.
Those are the people I'm talking about. So if you're a functioning addict, then bravo to you. I don't think that anybody should be. I don't think any drug should be illegal. I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But if it affects other people around you, then you need to fucking stop.
That's your take, huh?
Drops the mic for a second time in the show.
You want to fucking do meth and stay up and clean your house all day long. That's fine. But when you go out and start fighting people and robbing, something needs to be done about it.
Or eating people's faces.
So I don't believe that drugs should be illegal. I believe that activities and actions should be illegal.
Yeah.
Because people do shitty things on drugs. So you need to be able to do your drugs responsibly.
And not do shitty things.
Don't
be a piece of shit.
I don't know. Here goes my mind. There should be... what's that show American Ninja when
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, American Ninja Warrior. They should have that for like drug addicts. Like, if you fucking complete this obstacle course high on fucking heroin, or
Buddy, we would have
the fucking
superstars.
heroin on the end of the as the prize.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
pushing fucking human abilities to the next level.
But have you ever seen a crackhead or anything?
Yeah, they'll do anything.
Buddy,
for
they're
that.
crazy. I've seen crackheads pick up cars and shit. So
Fuck yeah.
they would put American Ninja Warrior out of business.
Yeah.
Superstars born.
They'd have to build a
Let's
new
get
course.
this started. Who's down?
You got to go to the crackhead course. This course is too easy
But I
for
mean,
you.
Too easy.
tell me any of my solutions won't make any sense.
Oh,
you know
it
what I
does.
mean? Like
It
they
does.
all work.
Man, for me, it all goes back to the fucking golden rule, man. Treat others how you want to be treated. I don't want religion pushed on me. I'm not going to push it on you. I don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to be climbing over fucking junkies on the sidewalk, having to worry about if they're leaving dirty needles laying out. Don't be a junkie on the sidewalk leaving dirty needles out.
I can't even take my kids to Corona to play in the park because of Needle Park. I'm afraid they're going to get fucking AIDS from heroin junkies.
Did you see that? It was on Facebook, but it was this SWAT
Samsonite.
No, Samsonite.
I was way off.
Yeah, it was way off. No, it was in Florida. He was this the SWAT detective or whatever. But he was like, if you fucking heroin dealers want to fucking deal heroin, we're gonna fucking we're coming for you, and you're not gonna know when. You're gonna be at home. You know, and it was like, it was pretty fucking scary.
And he actually made the mention that a lot of our undercover agents have already purchased dope from you guys.
Ooh, yeah.
He's
coming for you.
He threw that in his little speech there.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
See, but I don't believe the drug dealers should be arrested. I don't believe that drug manufacturers should be arrested. I don't believe that drug users should be arrested. I believe if you do dumb shit, you should be arrested. If you continue to do dumb shit, you should be exterminated.
You're saying there should be no controlled substance. There should only be dumbass controlled actions that need to be fucking
People are
reprimanded.
responsible for their own actions, whether they're on drugs or not. If you take away the ability to have that crutch and be like, well, I was on an illegal substance. No, you just did some dumbass shit.
Yeah, like buying a car you can't afford.
That's the consequence to your action.
There's no responsibility anymore. There's always a cure for your fuck up. You can always erase your fuck up. Got a kid? You can either abort it or send it to adoption, or you can raise it. You have a kid, you got to raise it. There's no other fucking option.
Well, to me, it's so simple, man. It all goes back to what we were taught when we were children. The golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated, and there are consequences to your actions. Whatever those actions may be, there's going to be consequences. Yeah. You know, if they're bad actions, there's going to be bad consequences to pay for your actions. Society's gotten so far away from those principles that we were taught as children. You know, whatever religion, whatever it was that you grew up in as a child, you probably were taught right from wrong. You know, and society has gotten so far away from all that, man. And that's why there are so many problems in the world, in my opinion.
That's what I've been saying. Like, if people would just use their common sense, treat people like they want to be treated, we wouldn't have all these fucking problems. But you got people that want to get a leg up, want to fuck somebody, want to hold, you know, want to be the bigger person over somebody else, always want to be, you know, higher up. I don't need those type of people. Like,
it's a better than mentality.
Like me and my team, like I like to take a narcissistic role and be like, you know, I'm king shit and I run shit. But like when I'm eating with my friends or my family or my team, like we all eat the same time. We all eat the same thing. I don't have a main course and let you guys have, you know, scraps, or give you guys a main course and I get scraps. Like we all do the same thing. It's in my family, we're all equal teammates. So on my team, we're all equal teammates. You know what I mean?
So you're treating others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. So, you know, if you're being a fucking moronic fuck, I'm going to treat you like a moronic fuck.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Like, you know, I'm dealing with my 17-year-old nephew here, and I can say he's spoiled. You know, he's got the Nikes, he's got the Beats, but you know, he's got a cell phone.
You can beat him up and take his shoes.
X-Bot, you know.
Yeah, but have you
it's
bought
like
him that
none
shit?
of that. No, I didn't buy. I'll buy him, you know, get him a Christmas present, but no, it's the parent, you know, and it's like, hey, maybe you're like, you know, spoiling him a little too much. He doesn't know how to, like, I'll have him wash my car and give him $20. You know? I'm like, you're washing both my cars, the vacuuming, whatever.
Damn,
but he doesn't
wash
know.
your cars for $20. Fuck.
No, I know.
$20 is $20.
$20. No,
A lot better than what I've been doing for $20 for the last 2 years.
You've been
Fuck.
sucking dick for $20.
All you got to do is wash your car for $20.
As long as he's not sucking dick for $20, but you know,
exactly. Keep him off the streets, Frank.
I'm trying. I'm trying, but you know, it's all who you associate yourself with. You know, that's what I'm trying to explain to him. Hey, your friends are looking little. You know, they're smoking a shitload of weed. Who's buying the weed here? You know,
right?
I mean, you're not working. Where's the money coming from, dude? Like, oh well, you know,
been sucking dick for
sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Well,
I'm gonna have to kick his ass.
You gotta. Here's the big problem. You've got a lot of people that are being supported by other people that don't have a clear vision of life and think that they can just do what they want to do and everything's going to be okay because they haven't had to pay for what they want to do. Once you take that ability away, they start to learn. And if they don't learn, they phase themselves out.
Yeah.
You know, you got a friend or a relative or whatever that's hanging around and they won't do anything besides sit around. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got a little bit. Welcome back here.
Where'd he go?
What were you saying?
You're like Jesus right now. He just
like
fucking disappeared.
Yeah, like you're saying. So basically,
my name.
Yeah, people are. It's codependency, is that the word?
Yeah.
They're becoming codependent of the system of other people,
Right.
And you know, it's like, you know, even talking to them, they're like, hey, do you have work for us? These kids want to work, they want to do something. There's no one to show them how to earn. You know, there's no one there showing them because it's been handed to them. They think it's going to come to them. You know.
Yeah, man. I kind of because I don't get really involved in my family's stuff.
Speaking of family, we have family Chaotic Radio.
Yeah, Chaotic Radio family here. We got Dan Rupp from Rock to Recovery on line 1. Dan, how are you doing this morning?
Lambo, I can't keep quiet. I mean, I dig your show. You guys are doing a great job.
Thanks Dan. A lot, Dan. Appreciate that.
But you guys start talking about addiction, you know, I mean, I have to call in because that's what I deal with.
We appreciate that, Dan. You know, here's the thing: we don't tread lightly around anything. You know that you've been on the show before, so you know. Chime in, buddy. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I was going to come in today, but I've got some car issues going on, so I couldn't come down. Even though I probably could walk to the station, but I'm too fucking lazy.
Hey, man, the phone line works just as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us.
I just want to say addiction is a disease. And I completely believe it because I'm an addict and, you know, it's tough, man.
Can I stop you really, really quick?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to agree and disagree with you.
Okay.
I believe that alcoholism is a disease. I believe it's a hereditary disease that's passed down from generation to generation. I don't believe any other addiction is a disease.
Why just alcohol?
Because your body develops a dependency on it, and well, you can attest to this too, Dan. I'm sure your body develops a dependency on it, and your body cannot function the same way if you remove it from your body.
Well, that's true of caffeine. That's true of nicotine.
True of methamphetamines.
No.
Yeah, definitely nicotine, methamphetamines.
Right.
Cocaine. I mean, it's just addiction. I mean, you know, if you're an addict, you're an addict.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if you get it hereditary, it's a disease. If you pick up a needle and bang shit in your arm, you're just a fucking junkie. If you pick up a beer and you can't put it down, you're a fucking junkie. But if you were born, your father, that's all you've ever raised, you know, that's what is instilled in you, then it's a disease.
So you draw the line between being a product of your environment and just doing it on your own free will and
There's
accord.
no product of your environment. That's bullshit too.
Well, I mean, you're saying, you know, if your father was this.
If your father, yeah, because
so
your father
hereditary.
Yes, that's a disease. If you choose to have that, it's not a disease. Nobody chooses to have cancer. Nobody chooses to, you know, have fucking epilepsy. It happens. And that's the same thing. I'm not saying that if that's not how you became an addict, then you're a bad person. That's just my personal take on it, because I believe that people using the disease is a cop out. Like, well, I'm just sick. No, you're just fucking worthless and don't want to quit. You know what I mean?
I believe you're right, because it's a habit. That's what you're saying. It's more of a habit.
Yeah. So, but you go ahead with your thought, Dan. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to kind of agree and disagree and kind of give you my thought on the disease part of it.
No, I kind of agree and disagree. Alcoholism is a disease, but it took me to do rehab for about, 40 days, I think I was in rehab for. And to meet with these guys that are doing meth, and their whole family did meth, So they're a product of their environment, And these poor, I call them kids because they're like 25, 26. I'm like, I'm going to hit 50 in 2 years. So, so for me, at first I was like, man, these guys I've never done meth. I mean, I've done coke, I've done PCP, LSD, all that shit. But, so I'm just like, and they're like, man, I went to my family reunion and all my uncles are doing meth and my cousins are doing meth. And it's like, oh, dude.
Do you think so the family members are just kind of opening the door for these guys to just follow the same path of just bullshit, huh?
Yeah, they're like, hey, man, come on. Let's shoot up. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a disease. That's just a junkie. A disease doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, so people just sit back and say, you know what, I'm just sick. I'm just a sick person. I have this disease of addiction. I can't stop. I'm sick. I need help. No, you're not. You just need to stop. Because I've been addicted to alcohol. I've been addicted to fucking pain pills. I've been addicted to gambling, and I have all of them under control. I still do gambling. I haven't killed that. I haven't killed that habit yet.
He told me yesterday he's back in the game.
I haven't killed that habit.
I'm guilty of that too. I still gamble as well.
Yeah, but I'm not sick. It's just I enjoy it and I want to do it. Like, it's not that I'm sick and I can't stop because I'm sick.
You just can't resist the temptation.
I'm fucking addicted to it and I love it.
Yeah, and it's recreational, and you're not hurting anyone doing it.
Oh, I am. I lose $500 a week. I lose $2,000 a month. I'm killing my family, but I don't. I don't use the cop out of, oh, I'm just sick, I need help. Like, I've bankrupted myself numerous times. I've went from having $100,000 in the bank to being homeless a few times over gambling. And it's not because I'm sick, it's because I love gambling. So heroin addicts don't do heroin because they're sick. They fucking love the way it feels. You didn't drink because you loved to drink. You loved it because you loved the way it felt. And then you get a dependency on it. And then you create the disease within yourself, and then you pass that along to your children, and that's where it becomes a disease. So the disease that you have in you, and not you particularly, but in general, I'm generalizing. If somebody feels if somebody feels that they have a disease, all they're doing is pushing that off to their friend or off to their kids, and they're giving their kids the disease. They've infected themselves. It's just like going out and saying, you know what, I'm going to get AIDS and I'm going to give it to my kids, because that's exactly what alcoholics and drug addicts are doing that bring it around their children, is they're infecting them with that disease, and it's sickening. And I have no respect for people that do that.
Yeah, last week, I don't know if you heard my show, but I had a gay porn star on, and I went to high school with him, so we reconnected through Facebook, and he said he was homeless. He was living out of his car, and he was shooting up meth, and
sucking dick.
He said meth can make you fuck for 3 days, you know, and just to get a roof over your head, he would suck dick and fuck a prick, and you know, just to be able to sleep on someone's couch.
Dude, I have a friend who's he's a surgeon. He's a gastric bypass surgeon in Palm Springs. He's like, dude, it's a fucking sick truth that, you know, these guys, they do meth and then they go to these fucking sex orgies. One guy kept coming back. He had like fucking shit stuffed inside of him. So he had had surgery to have fucking King Kong dongs removed from his bladder. And he's like, dude, and he had AIDS. He's like, I don't want to fucking work on this guy I'm like, dude, well then this is the profession you chose in the location that you're in. And he's like, the guy kept coming back, almost dead, fucking, you know, it's like, you know, just like Lambo said, you know, some people need to be, you know, taken out. Just like, this is too much.
It's a flat tire. You got to get up every morning and pump up your fucking tire. You get tired of it and replace the tire. I'm not going to keep fixing a broken person. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You got one time to fuck up. You got one time to fuck up. You go OD or do something stupid one time. That's cool. You learn your lesson. If you didn't learn after that, you're a fucking moron. I have nothing to do for you.
Well, we've had you on the show before, Dan, and we've talked about this. You know Lambo's unique perspective on all this. And you also have a unique perspective, having worked in recovery homes for most of your time. It sounds like. I mean, you've come to almost an agreement with him on this show before, that you feel like after so many times, like it's just like, damn, you know, what the fuck are you doing back here? You know?
Yeah. No, it's frustrating to bring somebody back healthy and to get them off heroin and see them through detox and you know, hold their hands and just and then they fuck up right before they're ready to get their certificate for their completion of, you know, 90 days or whatever, you know. And then 2 days before they go to an NA meeting, and you think an NA meeting is good. There's fuck. We're all, if you want drugs, go to an NA meeting, okay?
So it's kind of like if you want to learn how to be a good criminal, go to prison for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so, you know, and these guys, they screw up. But you know what? Like I said before, if I help one person, I'm fine. And I know I've helped more than one. So
that's commendable.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's just I don't believe in the certificate system or the coin system. You know, oh, good, you're not being fucking stupid for 30 days. Here's a coin. Like you're being a responsible adult. We need to quit rewarding people for irresponsibility. Like if you're doing you're doing the same thing that Joe down the street's doing. You don't need a pat on the back for it. You're just being a responsible adult. We need to quit. Go ahead.
I just put my coins in my drawer and that's it. I have one on my keychain that has the Serenity prayer on it, and that's it.
I don't know anybody that keeps all their certificates and shit. Like I don't.
Right. Well,
Dan, I keep mine, you know, because I got an honorable achievement and. My certificate.
But
it's on the wall in my office.
And it's important to you because there are, and I'm not saying that there aren't people that it's important to. You know, people like you that want to be in the industry and help people. So there are people that do, but I'm talking about the 99% of people that, you know, they get their coin and then they give it to their buddy. Here, take this. This is cool. Let's go get a beer now, or let's go get fucking hit up or whatever. Yeah. You know, just. I don't believe in the let's touch everybody and hopefully we save one. It's just a waste of fucking time at that point. And I feel that people are being disrespectful to the people that are trying to make a change by wasting their time.
Well, I'll tell you who I think's being fucking disrespectful. All these people that are bringing drugs to these NA meetings.
Nah.
Like, come on, man. What the fuck is that?
Wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
You don't disagree with that?
No, it's wrong for the people to fucking accept it. People are responsible for their own shit.
Right. So that motherfucker was responsible for bringing drugs to an NA meeting. He shouldn't have done it.
Not responsible for anybody else taking any of those drugs.
Right, but why even bring it? That's the bullshit I'm talking about.
Because he wanted to. It's his personal right to do what he wants.
Dan, how many meetings have you seen that go down
at? 2.
Wow. So more than once.
Yeah,
and 4 people were kicked out of my rehab and were living in the park. So.
Dude, I don't understand those. I went to a meeting with my ex. You know, she was going through some AA deal, but after the whole ordeal, I was like, damn, because 2 people came in and they were talking about LSD,
right?
And they were tripping at the meeting, and I'm like,
oh,
fuck,
shit.
dude. Like just going to this meeting, hearing about all these drugs, I'm like, damn, where the fuck can I get some?
Wait, was this the same crazy bitch that had like the medical device?
No, that was the one after.
So
that was her after.
Do people know that these guys are fucked up when they're in the meetings?
I think so. I mean, you're not supposed to be there,
and they let them stay.
Dan, what's the policy? Dan, if you know, what's the policy on that? If you see somebody's visibly fucked up at a meeting, do you let them still attend it, or do you ask them to leave?
No, they're asked to leave if it's totally, you could totally tell. People have been asked to leave, and Whiteside, the rehab center, they test you every day, so it's like you can't cheat. And when you get caught cheating, the whole place, all 37 beds, get tested. So
that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. You just said that they test every day, and if somebody gets tested, they test everybody. Well, they're fucking testing everybody anyway. That doesn't make any sense.
Or maybe saying an additional test that day or something.
But do you see how?
At night, after the NA meeting, 3 guys got tested positive. So then the whole place had to come back again.
For a second time.
Second time.
And who
I
pays
hate
for that?
pissing in front of a counselor because I hate pressure peeing. And they're looking at you. And all they do is this guy just sings "Strangers in the Night," and he's just looking at me, and I can't pee. He goes, "Here, drink some more water."
Who pays for these tests? Who pays for these tests?
That's what I'm saying. I want to be the company that does all this urine analysis for this place.
No, I know. I'm being serious. Who pays for the tests?
Whiteside. Or Kaiser. I don't know. Kaiser.
Insurance, probably.
So this is what I'm saying. A lot of addicts or people that are be like, oh, we need more centers. Or more centers and shit. Who the fuck's paying for all this testing every single day? So they're not even convinced that the people that are there even want to be there. They have to test them every day to make sure they're doing the right thing. That's fucking insane. That's like having a girlfriend and having to investigate her vagina every time she leaves to make sure she didn't fuck anybody. Why would you want a girlfriend like that? So
I think that's why Frank left the last one, right?
I think we should just fucking. I think we should do a campaign to shut these fucking places down. It's a waste of fucking money. It's bullshit. People are getting taken advantage of, and I'm tired of it.
But like Dan said, if he helps one person, if those centers
fuck that one person. I'm not spending $100 million to fix one fucking person. I'm not doing it.
But some people would, man.
Well, they're fucking dumb. And it's not going to do it. They need to do it on their dime.
Do you guys know
where does Whiteside get their money from?
Do you know where the 12-step program started?
Where did it start?
It started in New York. It was this Vietnam vet, basically. He never drank alcohol before in his life until he went to war. And then he started drinking, and he was drinking every single day. His parents wanted to get him off of alcohol, and they sent him to this rehab center. And basically, they used to give him psychedelics then. So basically, they gave this guy psychedelics. He had an out-of-body experience, saw like the 12 disciples or something, came back and started preaching to all his friends, like how, and he actually got clean. So it's kind of weird.
That's why they say like you have to have
faith.
You have to have faith.
See,
for the
everything goes back to religion.
To
Such bullshit.
It's
but
weird.
Dan, what's your take on that? Are you religious at all?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I went to sunrise service yesterday, and I went from being religious to spiritual because my counselor kind of explained it to me. So, no, I'm more spiritual than religious. So, but I am a Christian, Right. But I respect all religions.
I got a question for you. And you said, how old are you again?
48.
Dan?
Me?
Yeah. How old?
Yeah, I'll be 48 in July.
Okay. You don't sound a day over 87, but with that being said, no, I'm just fucking with you, man. Just fucking with you. Only a little. No, but that being said, how long have you been a Christian or of the Christian faith?
Probably, I was agnostic for like years and years, and then discovered a new church, and I've been a Christian for probably about 6 years.
Okay. Do you think that you said you were agnostic before? Do you feel like you could have gotten clean and recovered sober without your faith?
Yeah. There's a step in the big book. I think it's step 5 for the agnostic faith, and for people that are agnostic, because God is mentioned in the 12 steps often. And you really don't even need to use the 12 steps. There's another book called Rational Recovery.
There's also a thing called willpower.
Yeah. I have a couple friends of mine that just quit.
Just cold turkey.
You know what? Yeah, I've been shooting up. I've been drinking. I've been rock and rolling. I'm just done. I'm just done, and they just quit,
Right.
But no, I need the steps, man. I have to go to my meetings and
Keeps you focused,
speak
huh?
to people.
Do you think it just keeps you focused on the end goal? Is that the big benefit to those? Do you think?
What's the end goal anyway?
Staying sober.
Why?
Because he wants to be sober. He wants to fix his life.
No, I'm being serious. Why is being sober so important?
Yeah. Well, let's ask Dan. Dan, why is being sober important to you at this time in your life?
Because I have cirrhosis.
A cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah.
So it's a health concern.
So if you weren't dying, if you wouldn't die from drinking, would you drink more?
Oh yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, I miss
Exactly.
it. I miss it.
So the only reason that you quit is because you could die if you drink.
Yeah, because my doctor said
Microphone drop.
Man, he just dropped the mic again on us.
You proved this point.
Who's dropping the mic?
I'm dropping the mic. What I'm trying to say and tell everybody is if we just take away the safety nets of society and say, if you do this, you're going to fucking die, a lot of people would just say, you know what? Not worth it. And they would stop doing it. So if we tell murderers, if you murder somebody, you're going to die. We may have a couple murders for the next few years, but once they got the message that once you kill somebody, you die, there won't be no more fucking murders.
Is that what it took for you, Dan? Did you try to get sober before you found out you had cirrhosis of the liver and it was going to be a health concern, or is that what it took for you to just say, okay, stop?
I did try, but the detox was so tough. I mean, I hallucinated like more than any of my worst LSD trips, and I loved LSD.
Right.
But I saw things you wouldn't then believe. So yeah. So no, I mean,
so it took making it a life or death decision for you to go, okay, I choose life, I quit.
Yeah. My doctor basically said, she's a little Asian lady. She goes, no more drink.
No more drink.
I go, not even O'Doul's? She goes, no, you don't do that.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, shit.
Wow, man.
Fucked up. But I take her advice, and my liver's doing a lot better. I have another doctor, and he's like, man, your liver's on the body heals itself, so my liver's on the upswing. So they're like, yeah, man, you're doing really good. So I'm like,
Well, it does sound like, and congratulations on being sober, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, congratulations on being alive, not so much sober because he doesn't like being sober. He likes being alive.
Well, yeah, congratulations on being alive.
He's not celebrating sobriety. He's celebrating life. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people aren't sober because they want to be sober. They're sober because they're going to fucking die if they fucking drink.
So you think if we just make some of this basic, hey, killing's wrong. If you kill, you're going to be killed shit. Or, hey, drinking's not good for you. You're going to die if you do it. You think if the world would just boil it down to those simple facts, it'd be a better place or what?
Yeah. I don't know.
Weird.
You got to come to the show every day, Dan. I just love you to death.
But why do people wait
tomorrow?
Yeah, why do people wait until they're almost dead to make a change?
Because they like to push that line.
They're pushing the line, right?
Well, I'll speak from my own experience. My doctor told me that if I didn't stop smoking, that there's a good chance that I'm not going to live as long as I should. But guess what's in my back pocket right now is a pack of smokes.
Because you're weak.
Yeah, it is because I'm weak.
Do you know why you get a rush from smoking cigarettes?
Oxygen deprivation.
Well, what happens is, oxygen deprivation, but it happens like right before you're going to die. Your body pushes this whole endorphins into your bloodstream. Oh, wow. So every time you take a hit of a cigarette, your body
we need
thinks
to quit
it's
saying
dying.
that word because there's no trash cans in here for me to spit. Smoke.
Oh yeah, he's got a tick.
Yeah.
We forgot, we can't trigger him. You trigger him, he's gonna lose his mind. Yeah, I call it. We got code word is backpacks for that.
I can't do it.
He can't do it. He can't handle it.
Whoever invented those need to die.
He hates
I'm sure they're already dead, but
he hates it.
I'm younger I'm old. I'm younger. I wish I was younger than both of you. I'm older than both of you. So I've lost friends to heroin. I just lost my first friend to smoking. And I've lost friends from alcohol and methamphetamines.
But you lost them way before they passed away, correct?
Not way before. We were always hoping, when they're in a hospital in their final stages,
No,
always,
what I mean is that once somebody is addicted and they can't come out of it, that person's gone. The person that you're looking at is the shell of that person. They look like that person, but the person you're looking at is either an alcoholic or a drug addict. It's not that person that you grew up with or that you know. You know what I mean? It's not that person.
Yeah, they become isolated, and it's really hard and it's tough to see them because you could see that in their eyes. And even me at my height of my alcoholism, when I was drinking at
the height of it,
6 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the liquor store to open, my eyes were yellow, and so I'm.
Yeah, man, it's like that Leonard song, or that Leonard Skinner song, they're like, ooh, the smell of death surrounds you. I swear, man, you can see when people are getting close. Yeah. I mean, you can see it coming. They got that empty look in their eyes. You can tell when it's finally had its toll on somebody, and they're about to kick the bucket from it, man. Dan, we wish you all the best with your health. All certainly,
right, thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you for calling the show, and thank you for being an advocate for people to get clean and sober, even though you've got your opposition against you over here with Lambo.
He's pretty much agreeing with 90% of what I say.
But it takes a set of balls
me
to
and
call.
Lambo agree a lot, but
because he's an open-minded individual. He's a educated person in life, so he doesn't just close off what he feels and not listen to somebody else.
Right.
And that's all people need to do. They just need to listen. I'm guilty of not listening and just wanting to tell you what I think, and I need to open up my ears and I need to listen. And we had that conversation earlier today.
Yeah.
Yesterday you explained, what was it that you were explaining?
We were talking about religion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's how we started the show today. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, yesterday, whenever we seen each other, you did that too, and we actually had just a conversation, and it wasn't heated or anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, Dan, listen, appreciate it. You could just call in and tell him to go fuck himself. We'll keep on keeping
morning show.
Hey, man, we're glad you're listening. Thanks so much for calling.
Oh, yeah.
You have a good rest of your day, okay?
Okay.
Hey, and those of you just tuning in, that was Dan. He has a show, Rock to Recovery, right here on Kaotic Radio every Sunday evenings from 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you tune in if you get the chance. Zach Jackson, listening from back east, actually says Lambo is going to cause this guy to relapse. I don't know, man. Dan seems like he's got it together now,
Yeah.
But it is true. The only reason, and he said the only reason he's not drinking is because it's a threat to his life now.
Exactly.
And that's what you're saying about everyone
we have
else.
sick people in this world that just want to do shit. Like there's guys that just want to fuck kids.
Sick fucks.
You know what I mean? That's all they want to do. They just want to fuck kids. And they know that if they fuck a kid, they could go to jail and possibly get fucked by a bunch of inmates and murdered. So they're a little hesitant about it. But it's not a fact that they're going to get caught. But if we make it, hey, if you fuck a kid's going to say, hey, this guy fucked me. We're going to grab you up. We're going to string you by your ankles, cut your Achilles tendon real good, tie you up by them, and torture you for a few days before you die. Be a lot less kid fucking going on.
Well, it's kind of like the whole thing with illegal immigration right now. They're saying there's reports that it's down by 73%. Border crossings are down by 73%. All basically they're attributing that to just fucking Donald Trump getting tough on it,
It's the fear. Fear keeps people from doing dumb shit.
Fear's a motivator for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh shit! In other countries, if you steal, they cut your fucking hand off.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day in here.
I mean, fear is a big motivator. I fear that if anybody ever get in an argument with your old lady and be like, man, I want to hit this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't because you're going to go to jail.
Right.
You're going to, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to jail.
Right.
That's why there's not a whole lot. Like, there still are abusers because they don't give a fuck. But that's why a lot of people don't beat their old ladies because you will go to jail.
Well, no offense, Rachel, but it's only the crazy white women.
No, I mean,
I'm not crazy.
Would you beat your old lady? Are you a woman?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Then you're crazy. Okay.
I will come in there and I will.
See?
She does.
But would you beat your old lady if you could? On occasion, not just come in and beat her?
There's been some times where, I think if I just saw the hint of a penis between her legs, like a bulge, like a slight bulge, I'd probably give her one real good. Like, oh, you fucking want one? You're about to get it.
I didn't ask if she was a dude. I'm just saying if you wouldn't go to jail.
If I wouldn't go to jail, she'd have gotten lit up once or twice in our relationship.
And I have no reason to hit my old lady, but I would have a couple of times because I'm an idiot. But what stopped me was I didn't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
So if we put those consequences and we don't muddy it up at all, where it's like, well, if you fuck a kid, you could go to jail. You might not.
It's like, you fucking kid, you're going to jail.
There's still help. There's still that hope. You know, like that's what keeps Dan Dan going to all these fucking meetings and helping all these people because he hopes he can reach one, but he's probably not. You know what I mean?
No, he's just surrounding himself around more people on drugs, so it's going to make him want to do drugs. That's what I felt when I went to that AA meeting, and I'm like, I just
wanted a beer, huh?
I wanted fucking whatever the hell, wherever he found that acid, I wanted that shit. I wanted to ask him, like, where the fuck do you find LSD?
He's all playing at Xenu.
That's where you get your connects at, I guess.
If you want to get away from drugs, you don't go hang out with people that have a problem with drugs.
Thank you.
I would agree with that.
You go hang out with people that you go with. If you are a drug addict and you are using drugs and you want to not be using drugs, then go hang out with people that don't use drugs. I'm not a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I am therefore going to start associating myself with millionaires.
Let's go hang out with millionaires, bro.
Actually, it's getting about that time. I think we've got lunch on the yacht here soon.
Yeah, definitely am going to lunch. But I mean, I'm going to leave you with that thought there that if you don't like the situation you're in or the person you are, don't surround yourself with the same type of people.
Yeah, birds of a feather.
Yeah, you go, oh, there's so many drugs at an AA meeting. Then stop going to a fucking AA meeting. Don't try to change the AA meeting. Just stop going.
It's like that Jim Carrey movie where he's like, hey, I think I'm going to jail. And he screams in the phone, stop breaking the law, asshole.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's
the truth.
Well, listen, guys.
Fucking sense, man. Just it's common sense, man.
Hey, we appreciate our listeners. Thank you for tuning in today, chaoticradio.com, and thank you for tuning in on YouTube, on the Kaotic Radio channel. If you've been tuning in there, you've seen our ugly mugs today. We appreciate you guys continuing to listen, even though you probably don't want to watch. With that being said, this has been Monday, April 17th, 2017. And I've got a case of the Monday, so I think I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to get the fuck out of here and go have a beer. Always talk about beers made me thirsty.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna go take me a cap of heroin, take me a nap, drink some beer,
take you an eternal nap.
I need to find some fucking LSD.
All right, guys. As always, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, we've got the Cannabis Couch coming up later today, 4 to 6 p.m.
Real quick, Zach Jackson said he's hanging out with my mom. We were speaking of AIDS earlier, so you might want to go get a test, Zach.
It's fucked up.
Shit.
Oh.